Very good afternoon, students. Today we'll be starting off with your first chapter of cost accounting, that is known as Introduction to Cost Accounting. Now, in your Introduction to Cost Accounting, as you all know, what is accounting as an information system, okay? So here, when you look into the first chapter, you will see what accounting as information system is. Here, you all know you've already been commerce students and you've already been studying accounts since your first PUC, right? So you're very well versed with what accounting is and what are the different branches of accounting that you are already gone through in your previous classes or your previous semesters. Okay, now basically what is accounting? Accounting is nothing but it is an information system. Okay, it is basically an information system which provides financial information. What information? Financial information relating to the activities of what? Of business. Okay, it provides you all the information relating to the activities of the business. Now, why is it providing what information is it providing? It is providing information such as financial information of shareholders, your managers, your creditors, your debenture holders, bankers, tax authorities, and others. Okay, now basically your accounting is classified into three branches, that is your financial accounting, your cost accounting, and your management accounting. These are your types of accounting. Okay, these are your types of accounting. Now in this particular semester you will be studying your cost accounting. Okay, your cost accounting, which will be focusing on as a particular subject. You will be studying mainly about cost accounting. Now let's look into the meaning of cost accounting. What exactly is cost accounting? Now, so in order to simplify, I've prepared certain notes for you all, so that I can send you the document in your WhatsApp also, which is much easier for you to study during your times of exams instead of going through everything from the textbook. These are the main points that I've created for you all. I've written down for you all. Now let's begin with what is cost accounting. Basically, as you all know, cost accounting here, as you all can see in the video, what is cost accounting? Cost accounting is basically, it is defined. Okay, cost accounting. Okay, so let's start off with cost accounting. What is cost accounting? Cost accounting, why is cost accounting coming into existence? So what is the need of cost accounting? As you all can look into the book. Now, what is the reason for the cost accounting to come into existence? Okay, now basically cost accounting is primarily developed. Okay, it is primarily developed to meet the needs of the management. Why is it developed? It is basically developed to meet all the needs of the management. Now, what are the needs of management? You will be able to check your profit and loss. Okay, you'll be able to check your balance sheet presented to the management by financial accountant. There'll be one person in an organization who will be a financial accountant. Okay, and this particular person will take into consideration your cost accounting. And what is he taking into consideration? How is he developing it? He's taking into consideration your information of profit and loss and your balance sheet, and this particular information will be prepared by the financial accountant and will be presented to the organization by the financial accountant. Now, it consists of all the detailed information. Okay, when you're talking about cost accounting, unlike your financial accounting and any other accounting, your cost accounting consists of detailed information. The name itself suggests that it is cost. Everything related to your cost, all the expenditures, all your profits, all your losses, how is the balance sheet being, everything, all the items in the balance sheet that are present, everything will be shown in depth. Okay, so that was an introduction to cost accounting. You will also take into consideration what are your scarce resources. Okay, how is it utilized in a particular business? How are your resources giving you profits? How is your investment creating loss to you all? How is it profiting you all? What is your market share of the company? How is your cost enhancing your goodwill of the company? All of this will be taken into consideration. Now let's look into the meaning of costing, cost accounting, and cost accountancy. Before that, let's see what is cost accounting. Cost accounting is basically nothing but, okay, I will show you my notes. You can refer to this meaning. Okay, now, what is cost accounting? Cost accounting is defined as a systematic. Okay, what is it? It is defined as a systematic set. What set? Systematic. Systematic. The word systematic is nothing but it is step by step. Okay, it is a step by step set. Okay, it is a systematic set of procedures for recording. Okay, firstly, what? For recording, for reporting. Okay, it is a systematic set of procedures for recording, reporting, measurements of the cost of manufacturing goods for performing services in the aggregate and in detail. Okay, what is cost accounting doing? How is it defined? Cost accounting is nothing but it is defined as a systematic set. Okay, it is a step-by-step set of procedures. Okay, one by one you are recording systematically, and after recording systematically in step-by-step manner, you are reporting your measurements of the cost. What is the cost? Cost of manufacturing goods. Okay, manufacturing goods of performing services in the aggregate and in detail. Whatever the cost is for manufacturing the goods and and to perform the various services, whatever cost is incurred, all of that will be recorded in a stepwise manner and will be reported accordingly in a stepwise manner. Okay, in a stepwise manner in the aggregate and in detail. Okay, all of this information will be given to the top management. The financial, as we all looked into here, the financial accountant will prepare it and he will present it to the top management. Now next, let's look into what is the meaning of cost. What is cost? Cost is nothing but an expenditure. This is very important. You need to know what is cost. Cost is an expenditure requirement to produce or get a product or get an asset ready for a normal use. Now what is cost? For example, you need a machinery. Okay, now when you require a machinery, you need to incur certain amount of cost, right, to get a particular machinery. So a cost is nothing but it is an expenditure. It is a kind of expenditure that you require either to produce or it is basically to produce or to sell. When you're selling a particular product, before you sell a particular product, you will have to develop that particular product, right? So in order to make that product, you will require various raw materials. To purchase that raw materials, again you will incur certain amount of money. That money is nothing but it is your expenditure, which is ultimately known as cost. Okay, and suppose for example, if you want to buy a machinery, or if you want to buy any equipment for your organization, you will also again have to pay a certain amount of price. Okay, what is that? That is again your cost to the organization. That is an expenditure. So your expenditure is nothing but a cost is nothing but an expenditure which is required to either produce or sell a product or get an asset ready for a normal use. You are getting a ready-made asset, or you are producing an asset, or whatever it is, you are incurring certain expenditure which is known as cost. Okay, now an amount that has to be paid or given up in order to get something. This is very important. Cost is also an amount. Okay, what is cost? The another meaning of cost is, okay, let me make it clear to you all. The other meaning of cost, either you can write this or write this. The next meaning of cost is basically that it is an amount. Okay, cost is what? Cost is the amount that has to be paid, or given up in order to get something. Okay, for example, even if you want a mobile phone, you will be paying for that mobile phone, right? Or you will be giving up in order to get that particular mobile phone. That something will be your mobile phone, for example. That is nothing but it is cost. It is the amount that has to be paid or given up in order to get something. Your something in business sense could be your machinery, it could be your labor, it could be purchase of land or anything as such, or it could be raw material or anything as such. Okay, this is the something in accounts. Okay, next let's move on to what is the meaning of cost accounting. Cost accounting is nothing but it is a formal system. Okay, formal system of what? Cost accounting is a formal system of accounting for cost. Okay, you are accounting for what? For all the costs that you've incurred in a systematic manner, that is in the books of accounts, by means of which the cost has product and services are ascertained of control. Okay, cost accounting is nothing but it is a formal system of accounting. Okay, you are formally recording all the accounts. It is a formal system which you are doing it in a very systematic and step-by-step process, and you're recording all the information in the books of accounts, whatever cost you've incurred for purchasing of a product or selling of a product, or by giving up something else, that or everything will be taken into consideration in cost accounting. Okay, cost accounting is basically a formal system of accounting for cost in the books of accounts, by means of which the cost of a product and services are ascertained or controlled. Now cost is something that is very important. Okay, so as we are looking into the meaning of cost accounting, I'll tell you all how a cost is basically an expenditure to the company. Cost is an expenditure. Okay, now cost is an expenditure. For example, you have a company that is producing mobile phones. Okay, now you are producing mobile phones. In order to produce this particular mobile phones, you will have to buy raw materials. Okay, now you will buy raw materials. In order to buy this raw materials, you will incur certain amount of cost. Now if the cost, if you will incur certain amount of cost. Suppose example, you are incurring about an investment of 50,000 only. Okay, now if you're taking 50,000 to at least produce three mobile phones, okay, three phones, then what will be the price? The price which you will be setting for the mobile phone will be higher than the cost, right? Because your cost you're incurring only will be high. So it is very important for a particular business, when they are going to purchase any raw material or going to invest anywhere where they are incurring any expenditure, it is very important to buy the raw materials at a very less rate, so that the prices can be set at a very minimal range. Now for example, let me give you an example of iPhone. Okay, why is the price of iPhone very high? Because the cost they are incurring to manufacture that particular iPhone is high, so the prices which are set are also very high. Provided if you look into any other mobile phones like Samsung J series or anything as such, the prices are set very accordingly, right, which can be affordable by all. So why is that? Because the company is trying to cut down their cost. So when the company tries to cut down their cost, they will be able to set the prices of the commodities very appropriately, which are affordable by all. So your cost, how you manage your cost is very important, and how you bring down your cost, how you cut down the cost is very important. Okay, so cost management and cost accounting is very important, because because your cost will ultimately decide the price of a particular product or a service. Now let's move on to, now as we've already discussed what cost accounting is, what is the meaning of cost, then what is cost accounting. Let's move on to the next topic, that is objectives of cost. Okay, now talking about what are the objectives of cost. What is cost objectives? First one is, you're talking about the ascertainment of cost. Okay, just a minute girls. Okay, see, you can look into the textbook as well. I have my own notes that are prepared, that is why I'm showing you the notes as well. So what are the objectives and functions of cost accounting? These are the objectives and functions of cost accounting. Very important topic. The first objective of cost accounting is, you are ascertaining the cost, ascertainment of cost. Now what is the ascertainment of cost? Ascertainment of cost is nothing but, it is the primary objective. It is first and the most important objective. What is the first and the most important objective? It is the ascertainment of cost. Okay, you are ascertaining the cost. In other words, the basic objective of cost accounting is to ascertain the cost of products and services. For cost ascertainment, different techniques and systems of costing can be used in different industries. Okay, now ascertainment of cost is, you are ascertaining the cost, you are trying to allocate the cost effectively. You are, okay, you are basically ascertaining everything. Okay, now ascertainment of cost can be different in different industries. Different companies will have different ways of ascertaining the cost, and ascertainment of cost is basically your primary objectives, and also it is the basic objective of cost accounting. Your ascertainment of cost is very important. How you bring down the cost, how you ascertain the cost, how you manage the cost, it is very important. Okay, next one is your control and reduction of cost. Very important again. How you control your cost, how you reduce your cost will appropriately decide what is going to be the price of a particular product. Okay, how you control and reduce the cost will also show how effectively you are good in managing your company. How are you enjoying profits? See, when you're reducing your cost and when you're controlling the cost, the company will be able to enjoy higher profits. Okay, so and control and reduction of cost. In controlling cost accounting, control and reduction, okay, cost accounting mainly aims at proving efficiency. You are being efficient. I told you all, you are being efficient by controlling and reducing cost. This objective is becoming increasingly important because of growing competition. See, when you are able to reduce and control your cost, you will be able to acquire greater market share, okay, and you will also be able to provide products at a lesser rate, wherein you will have a lot of customers, okay. You will try to improve, you will be able to improve your quality also, because when you're controlling your cost, you will be able to spend on advertisement, you'll have enough money to spend on various activities, right? And also, when you control and reduce your cost, it shows how effective the company is, how well the company is good in managing the cost accounting, okay. It shows your efficiency, it shows how good the particular company is, okay. And again, control and reduction of cost, it will be different, different companies do it in different ways. Next objective is guide to business policy. Your cost accounting is basically a guide to the business policy. Every organization will have various policies, okay. They will be developing they develop their strategies, they develop their various activities, okay, how they go about everything. Now, in guide to business policy is nothing but your cost accounting mainly aims at serving the needs of management, okay. How is it serving the needs of management in conducting business with utmost efficiency? Okay, what is it doing? It is basically, it is a guide to business policy. How is it a guide to business policy? Now, the financial accountant will prepare the cost accounting statement and he will present it to the top management. So when the top management looks into the cost accounting, it'll act like a very important aspect for their decision making based on the particular thing. It'll act like a business, it'll act like a guide so that they can take appropriate decisions, and also it'll enhance the efficiency. They can take appropriate decisions, and it will be like a guide to the business policies. They can set the business policies accordingly when compared to cost accounting, in comparison with cost accounting, okay. Next one is determination of selling price. I told you all earlier also, determination of selling price, okay. This is very important. Now, when you're studying about cost, it is all about cost and how you determine your selling price and everything as such. You will look into the further topics. Now, determination of selling price. Cost accounting provides cost information. Very important. It provides you cost information, right? First one is you're taking the cost information on basis of which selling prices of products or services may be fixed. Firstly, your cost information will be taken based on which your selling prices of products and services are fixed. Now, suppose you want to produce a particular product, you will go purchase raw materials. How are you purchasing raw materials? You should be very careful. There will be a lot of people who will be selling the raw materials. You should take good quality raw materials. You should see who is giving you the particular raw material at a lesser price. How are you able to get it? What is your transportation cost? Based on everything, after you've purchased everything, you will take into consideration your cost information, based on which, after producing everything, you will set the price of a particular product. I told you, higher the cost, higher will be the price. Lower the cost, lower will be the price. The price will be affordable by all, okay. Now, in periods of depression, I hope you all are business students, so you will know what is depression. There will be an economic phase which will happen, that is in inflation, recession, depression, and all of these. These are the phases of business cycle. Okay, in terms of business, in periods of depression, cost accounting guides in deciding the extent to which the selling prices may be reduced to meet the situation. And do you all know the demand and supply also? The demand and supply also plays a very important role in how the prices of the product are set and what will be the cost that the company will incur. And also your phases of business cycle, that is inflation, boom, recession, depression. All of these phases will also decide what is going to be the cost of the product and how is the price of the product going to be set, whether it is going to be set high, medium, or low, and which particular the society or a class of the class of people is it going to serve, whether it is low income, whether it is medium, or whether it is high class society. Okay, what is the product, which market are you mainly focusing on? Depending on that also, the price of the product will be set. Okay, so last objective is measuring and improving performance. Measuring and improving performance, very important. You are measuring your efficiency. Okay, cost accounting mainly focuses on measuring your efficiency. How is it measuring efficiency? By classifying and analyzing. Okay, how is it measuring? Classifying and analyzing. What is it classifying and analyzing? It is classifying and analyzing your cost data. Cost data is nothing but the cost information. How much amount of money you've spent on purchase of raw materials, or what is, or the transportation, or whatever it is. It measures the efficiency by classifying and analyzing cost data and then suggest various steps in improving the performance. How can you suggest various steps improving performance so that profitability is increased? Okay. Suppose you are you need to be very efficient, that is you need to measure your efficiency. Now you're classifying and analyzing your cost data. When you're classifying and analyzing your cost data, suppose you notice that your cost is very high, you can suggest various methods in order to bring down the cost and improve your performance. Whereas if your cost is moderate, you can take in a necessary profitability is increased when your cost is very less. Okay, when your cost is very less, your profitability increases, vice versa. If your cost is high, your profitability decreases. If your cost is low, your profitability increases. So these were the particular 5 objectives of cost accounting and also the functions of cost accounting. So it is ascertainment of cost, control and reduction of cost, guide to business policy, determination of selling price, measuring and improving performance.